Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Game 3 of 6 here at the Diane Mosco Foundation Shootout. It's two state champs going at it here today. Imhotep Charter, the champions of 5A last year, against the Reading Red Knights. A new-look Red Knights team, both in terms of personnel and in the coaching staff. We'll get into that as we go along here today. My name's Bob Long, and if you're just joining us here, you'll note that the games are a little bit delayed. We're coming on after 3 o'clock p.m. An hour and a half variation in between start tip times is going to be a challenge. So we're going to be a little bit behind, but we wanted to get on as quickly as we could. Let you know that we are indeed here. We'll take you to a break, do some commercials, and then tip-off will be next here on Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with 0 out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches. The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
My name is William Ryan, and I'm attending Boston College next year. LaSalle obviously academically is so strong, and that prepares me for college, prepares me for the next 4 years at Boston College. But furthermore, I think the community here at LaSalle and the experiences that they provide will allow me to thrive at Boston College next year. The college counseling office here at LaSalle prepared me for the college application process through just one-on-one interviews with my college counselor, and also just having the door open here, and whenever I had any questions, there were so many resources for me to use and for me to be able to fill out the application to the best of my ability. Obviously we have the Choose Your Path motto, but I like to say it's more of a Blaze Your Path motto. On the basketball team, LaSalle gave me an awesome opportunity to help the team in ways that I wouldn't have expected otherwise by putting together scouting reports and stuff like that. And that's what LaSalle offers. It offers every kid to kind of take the initiative and go forth and do what they want, but do it in an individualistic way.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is
Mike, check 1, 2, 3.
Here we go, folks, one more time. It's game 3 of 6. We're back for more action here at the Diane Mosco Foundation Shootout, and it is a matchup of 2 reigning state champs. It's the 5A champ Imhotep against the 6A champ Reading. Let's bring you now inside our broadcast with Bob Long, and Danny Ruby alongside for the first game today with Brady Joyce on air. Well, gentlemen, this is the type of game that you come out for on a Saturday afternoon in December. Reading, a lot of changes to that. Rick Perez, longtime head coach, they won all 3 titles with him at the helm. He is no longer the head coach. He's now in the field alert. Comes on and it is program to run. But Bruce is a long-time coach with Rick Perez and his Reading Warriors. Maybe nobody knows this Reading program better than him. He's ready for his moment. Jesus Christ, Ruben Rodriguez gone. Ali Rodriguez is gone. But the Reading culture remains.
Yeah, the Reading culture remains. The Reading style of play is going to remain according to Coach Kamara. So you know, I'm really interested to see how that's going to match up against Imhotep because they like to play that style. It's got to be iron against iron.
Danny Roby, the District 12 guy, you know Imhotep, everything that they bring. Justin Edwards, he's gone. Roger Barno, he's gone. Both of them playing high-level college basketball. Noel show. Going to UConn next year. Certainly not with Noel. We'll get into the depth pieces as the game goes along. But what does he bring, and why is this particular iteration of Imhotep so special?
Ron Noel absolutely cemented himself as one of the best players in the city of Philadelphia. A complete floor general, a great backcourt player. He's a leader on and off the court, and his commitment to UConn in the summer was huge. I mean, to get a player like
Good afternoon and welcome to Archbishop Wood for Game 3 of the Diane Mosco Foundation Shootout.
Obviously,
today's game will feature our home team, Reading High School, and the visitors, Imhotep Charter. First, to the starting lineup for Imhotep Charter.
Leaving the TEP.
Senior number 0,
absolutely.
And now we'll get the starters introduced for Imhotep. Ahmad Noel, he is a UConn commit. Carnell Henderson, a class of 2025 shooting guard at 6'3". Latif Lorenzano White, he's a 2026 small forward at 6'4". Zahir Muhammad Gray, a sophomore, he stands at 6'6", and then R.J. Smith, the sophomore point guard at 5'9". Now let's meet the Red Knights of Reading. Always bring a nice crowd here today. Daquan Burgess, the senior guard. Yadiel Cruz, one of the stars on this team. Nick Chapman was just introduced, played a huge role each of the last 3 years. He and Cruz now thrust into those senior leadership roles. Aliko Samano, he's a senior as well. And then Wesley Rosario, a sophomore guard at 6 foot. One of the guys that Francis Camara said took one of the biggest jumps from one summer to another. He has thrust himself into that key role. Reading in white, Imhotep in black. Battle of state champs at the 2 largest classifications. Let's get it underway here at the Diane Mosco Foundation Shootout.
Yeah, and I'm really interested to see, you know, who's going to be able to impose their will on their opponent first. I think that that's what this game's all about. Who's going to be able to match up their style that they want to play against their defense of their opponent. I'm really interested to see how that plays out, Danny.
Yeah, exactly, and you can see it right here. Reading in the huddle before this game, before tip, you know, they were getting energized. They were getting ready to go to battle today. And like you said, Bruce, 2 physical teams going at it here. Toe-to-toe, we have great Pennsylvania talent playing great Philadelphia talent. So obviously really excited for what's in store here. I think it's going to be a hard-hitting, hard-nosed game. And, you know, I'm just a big fan of that on a nice Saturday afternoon here from the R. Kelly Gymnasium.
And the other thing, too, is how are the officials going to officiate it? You know, this is going to be a tough one for the officials, too, because it's going to be up and down. It's going to be physical. And quite honestly, the officials are going to have a lot to determine how and what style of play we see today.
Yeah, exactly.
Imhotep in black, Reading in white. A battle of state champs were underway. Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, Danny Rovey, and Brady Joyce on the camera. Big-time contest. Imhotep lost 2 stars from last year's team that won the state championship and won the City of Palms, the first team from the city of Philadelphia to do that. And Reading will start with the basketball after a defensive stop. It's the same old Reading, we were told by Francis Camara pregame. They're going to play that style, getting up and down the floor. Suffocating defense. And a foul is called. That's going to be down low. It's certainly clean up top. Foul will go against number 1 for Andre Noble's club, R.J. Smith, the sophomore point guard standing at 5'9".
And I think his play is going to dictate a lot here for Imhotep. A sophomore kind of running the show. Let's see if, you know, any lack of experience might hurt him a little bit.
Nick Chapman hits the free throw. Reading, as you look on the scoreboard on the top left of your screen, they're the home team dressed in white, so the numbers associated with their points will be on the left. It's 2-0 Reading early on, and so anytime they make a basket, and sometimes when they don't, they can go full court pressure. R.J. Smith, tasked with running the role of Ramir Barno from last year. He's donning the same number and running the point guard position. There's the follow, and Imhotep is on the board. Latif Lorenzano White.
Yeah, Lorenzano right there, just using that absolute length to get to, get to the basket. Get to the basket. Blah. My apologies.
1 minute into this one. Osamanu tried to slip to the hole. Really good defense there by Noel. Giving up a few inches to Osamanu, but he's got the beef. He is a big, strong guard, and that's going to go the other way. Nick Chapman throws off the off arm. First personal against him and first team foul against Reading.
I'm always interested to see how Reading performs in the half court. Usually that's where you want Reading, is having them run that half court offense and not having the ability to what Coach Perez called muck it up.
Corner three. That's well long, and one and done again for Imhotep.
Yeah, like the vision from R.J. Smith, trying to find his guys in the corner there, just couldn't work out.
Hey, how about playing off 2 feet for Yadiel Cruz? That was another guy that Francis Camara told us took a big step forward. That's going 1-on-3, no numbers, Bruce, but allowing for flyby by those defenders by playing off those 2 feet.
Yeah, just great presence there, knowing where he was on the floor and taking it up strong.
Good hands again. Rosario attacks the hoop, and he's blocked.
Boy, Reading's got to take advantage of all of these fast break opportunities today.
Well, Imhotep wants to play that way too. That's a great call. Latif Lorenzano White extended the off arm.
Yeah, and I think it was an easy call. He just kind of put his elbow right into his chest.
Yeah, great draw by Reading, though. We can see that bench just eats that one up. Any way to create advantage here over Imhotep.
And I think that's a tough matchup there for R.J. Smith, for Imhotep.
Well, Yadiel Cruz beat Latif Lorenzano White to the hole, giving up some inches, but the quick step off the bounce, get to the 10.
Yeah, and Yadiel Cruz, it's really just no surprise. The highest scoring player on this team so far this series to average 17.8 points per game.
And another giveaway, Chapman, and he gave it right back. R.J. Smith, good hands.
Numbers.
Can't argue with that look, and he cashes in. Carnell Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson from the corner, unguarded, really automatic from there. There's no way that ball isn't going in.
And Osamanu stepped on the sideline. Imhotep basketball. You know, Smith and Henderson, two guys out of that backcourt that didn't get the time last year for obvious reasons with the talent in front of them here at Imhotep. But Andre Noble said these are guys that have both been here and know the culture. New roles, but the same idea, same status. Carnell Henderson.
Well, you just got to stop that ball at some point. They just let him take it right to the basket.
And Rosario will pull this one back, guarded by Ahmad Noel. Cruz. Yadiel Cruz.
And a good start for Reading. I thought that was going to be very important for them to get off to a good start.
That time was ticking, by the way, even before number 2 Henderson picked up the basketball. Glad he got rid of that quickly. Good kick out. Noel picked away from behind. Yadiel Cruz. Rosario to Cruz.
That was
he's hammered.
Great entry pass on the fast break. I mean, really, I don't know how he got through all those players. Goes outside and then inside. Look at that.
I mean, that right there is how you run an offense through a player. I mean, just perfectly executed top to bottom.
Funny enough, this Imhotep team, when we talked to Andre Noble, he said they're shooting it better from last year from beyond the three-point line. Tough to fathom. But again, really the advantage of a guy like Barno was getting to the rim. Justin Edwards, so good from inside the three-point line. So a little bit of a different look Imhotep team. But definitely more inexperienced. Mostly sophomores, quite frankly. The elder statesman is this guy, Ahmad Noel, who couldn't hit it. And first to the basketball are the Reading Red Knights. That's Nico Sosa. And they give it away on the other end.
Looks like they're going to pressure the Red Knights here. Pressure, pressure, pressure. That's how that's their MO.
Yeah, exactly. And, I really do like that idea. Just finding a way to kind of get under the skin here of this Imhotep offense, make them start their offense all the way back in their own court. Problems can arise, just like that one. You never know.
Well, that's why I feel that R.J. Smith was really one of the keys to the game here. Number one, sophomore for Imhotep.
Picked away from behind. Great hands by Chapman. Cruz, how did he get through? And it's last touched by Cruz. Get one more look here. It's an impressive bout of dribbling, and I know that Reading wants to get out in transition. But, I mean, that's 3-4 defenders back there against one Reading Red Knight. The numbers are not in their favor.
And I'm not sure what that was.
And another giveaway.
Oh, good defense there by Noel.
Noel attacks the outside hip, count it, and one.
Wow, big sequence right there for Noel. I mean, found a way to stick with the play, grab the steal, and then take advantage of that in transition right there. Went up with authority and counted to the line.
What you didn't see there was that good defensive play to give him that opportunity.
Exactly. I mean, he's a backcourt player, but he runs like a running back. I mean, he could be playing football at UConn for all we know, or football at an SEC school. I mean, that build is just something you can't really guard in the paint. It's ridiculous.
10-9, getting a lot closer to a full house here. We expected this with these two teams going at it. Standing room only as well as they go along the other side and the other stanchion. Low percentage look there from Reading. Noel. Wesley Rosario. That's a great look. Just didn't quite look it in. Nico Sosa has had trouble with the handle of the basketball since he's come in.
Yeah, he was looking at the basket before he secured the ball. Reading again with pressure in the backcourt.
Well, Francis Camara, it's still Reading, folks. This style of play, personnel is different. Rick Perez is no longer there as the head coach. Francis Camara, he's been a guy who's known this program as well as anybody. They're running that same style. Osamanu, tough defensive assignment, and one.
Boy, I tell you what, there, Mohamed Gray just was almost elbowing his way into the paint.
Yeah, exactly. Willed that one right there. When you're paired up against Osamanu, I mean, how about that matchup right there? You got size on size. Ridiculous there to go up in the paint like that.
Well, to your point, Bruce, I don't think the new head coach of Reading appreciated the no call. Great cut by Yadiel Cruz. Better pass from the outside by Nick Chapman.
You just can never go to sleep on defense when you're playing Reading High.
Noel hangs and hits. Unguardable there.
Yeah, he created that shot very well.
Yeah, it's always a tough buck right there. Going across the top of the key, and then, you're in stride as you're trying to hit the shot.
Osamanu adding a little bit to his game. I don't know if he would have attempted that last year. Imhotep to the hoop.
Oh.
The long, lanky strides of Zahir Muhammad Gray. Another good look. Count it, and one. Take a breath, folks.
It's the same old Reading High, that's for sure.
I mean, how about that for a sequence of plays right there? We have a little bit of Euro stepping down that end, and then when you take it back around, you have a powerful layup and one. Right now, sent to the line with the conversion.
And how about a freshman guard, Jeremiah Kamara. If you're looking at the scoreboard, at the top left of your screen, Imhotep is on the right, wearing the road black uniforms. Reading on the left.
Oh, the runner!
Teardrop by Cody Colson, a sophomore. 19-13 Imhotep, 1 minute to go. First quarter action.
And again, I'm interested to see how Reading performs in the half court.
A little quick and not a high percentage look. Almost off the glass and in, and the foul will keep it here. It goes against Yadiel Cruz. No, beg your pardon. Oh, okay, this went against Imhotep.
I thought it was on Reading High as
yeah,
well.
Yeah, it sure looked that way. But it goes against Zion Green. Wow.
Quick ball movement on the outside. Nice spin.
Yeah, Rosario lost his footing.
Yeah, I'm looking for the foul call as well. I can understand that. A lot of contact going up.
Give the ball to Noel. No, he wanted it. Henderson got to a great spot, off 2 feet, and that's how you draw it up. 7 seconds left in the quarter. Reading's got to move.
Beautiful right there. Cardinal with a little bit of English.
And Imhotep leads by 7. High-flying end-to-end action here from the Diane Mosco Foundation Shootout. We'll be right back here on Bob Long Sports. Second quarter coming your way next.
A franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Second quarter action about to get underway here on Bob Long Sports. Appreciate everyone being with us throughout the 2023 Diane Mosco Foundation Shootout. What a wonderful cause. We hit this in the first game here today, but John's late wife, Diane, is the inspiration behind this event. She was John's #1 cheerleader and #1 fan as he pursued his high school coaching career. First at his alma mater, Newman Goretti, as a longtime assistant under Carl Arregale, then took over the reins here at Archbishop Wood, took him just 4 years, and won the Philadelphia Catholic League championship game with Diane in the stands. She later lost her battle with cancer. Travel will give it back to Reading. Lost her battle with cancer, and it really affected, of course, the Mosco family, but the entire Archbishop Wood community. There's a wonderful article in today's Philadelphia Inquirer that I recommend everybody check out to learn more. Good hands in the passing lane by Imhotep. Good pass. Parnell Henderson caught a fastball and put it up and off the window.
And again, kind of breakneck pace here, but still Imhotep ran some effective offensive sets there in the first quarter. That's what was really impressive, really effective in the half court for Imhotep so far.
Yeah, something really remarkable about both these offenses is that they can run at different tempos. Does not matter the possession, right? We see them, right there, Reading, taking their time a little bit, letting things develop. But then we also see, like you said, Bruce, there are some breakneck speeds, and there are times when some of these teams, they can get down there and score baskets within seconds.
Wide open to the lane there.
Yadiel Cruz, it's a blocking foul and a good call. We'll get one more look as Cody Colson, first or second guy off the bench for this Imhotep team, gets himself pretty deep under the basket and certainly slides to try to get into defensive position. By the way, great opportunity to play America's favorite game, and that is Where You At? Let us know where you're watching this game from. First off, subscribe. That's the first thing we'd like for you to do. And then let us know in the comments where you're watching the game from. Give us a shout, and we'll give you a shout right back on the air. Of course, that's America's favorite game. Originally a Rob Stott creation from back in our early football days. Where Yat? That's
Where Yat.
Y''AT. All right, so back on the rails there for Reading offensively. That was a good possession in the half court, and they get a steal. But Rosario, I get the steal, and then you go up 1 against 4, giving up inches. That's one you pull out and restart the offensive possession.
Yeah, and I think that just comes with time, Bob. I really do.
Totally agree. And so they'll put a little bit of experience on the floor with Daquan Burgess. Also taking off Chapman, a senior himself, who's been playing at a high level for the last 3 years with this team. Noel.
Yeah.
Well, if he keeps getting open looks like that, it could be a short afternoon. But Reading took their chances, guarded inside, and gave Noel the outside look from 3.
Yeah, it's very interesting, too, that, Imhotep wants to up the tempo because I do believe that plays into Reading's hands.
It's Imhotep style, too, Bruce. We've done this before.
We've had this conversation before last year, in fact, in the Mosco, you know. It's, strength against strength, and we'll see who's going to prevail, and that's why we play the game.
Last year in the Moscow Classic, it was West Catholic taking on this Reading Red Knights team, and Reading won the game. It was a 10-point, maybe 11-point contest, if I remember the final score last year. And Reading kind of out-Readinged West Catholic in their style of play, very similar. Ahmad Noel picks the pocket. Drives at it himself. Good finish.
Just so quick.
Yeah, exactly. And he maintained composure the entire way through. Hard to do.
Osamanu. Good feed there from Rosario. A timeout called by Francis Camara with 5:47 to play in the first half.
Yeah, always an interesting move here. Probably one of the single biggest changes that I've seen in high school basketball is, typically you save that timeout for when you really need it. And, after a made basket, when you're getting the momentum, back in your favor, just a little bit different. But it's commonplace in high school basketball now, it seems like.
Yeah, exactly. Well, also, think about it, just a chance to kind of reset and then take that momentum and then spin it into something that can last you, a very long time here in the second quarter, which is something that Reading is definitely in need of.
I also think that they recognize how important this period of the game is. The next 5 minutes and 47 seconds. Does it cut down to 3, or does Imhotep start to pull away? Bruce, this is a Reading team that does so much better defensively when they have a chance to pick up full court. So after that made basket, reset, regroup, set up in the 94-foot defense and see if you can coerce a turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is how Reading mucks it up, and that's their style of play. I mean, they don't shy away from it. They embrace it. And quite honestly, it's quite intimidating for your opponent, knowing full well that you're going to be under that type of pressure the entire game.
Our buddy Bruce Emsweiler checks in from Lancaster.
Hey, Bruce.
He's with us all day long watching these games. Hayes Altamari from LaSalle High School is watching as well, and Travis says watching from Reading, Pennsylvania. We appreciate all you guys, and make sure to comment in the YouTube comments here, and also subscribe to Bob Long Sports. Best way to know when and where we're going live from. No good from 3, and again, 1 and done. Yadiel Cruz. Good job to stop the basketball.
Let's see how Reading performs in the half court now.
Posting up against Smith, the double team comes. Great look inside, extra pass, but they went behind the back. Kamara is first on the floor, it's ripped away by Noel. 3 on 3. Noel is blocked. And they'll reset the offense.
And on that lay right there, Noel just looked for the foul, couldn't get it. R.J. Smith, open lane.
Oh. It's got to be a bounce pass. Reading with the hands in the passing lane.
And that was one of my keys to the game for me, is how R.J. Smith was going to perform.
Oh, physical contest here. My goodness.
And see, that's what you wanted to do, is post up against whoever R.J. Smith's guarding and get it inside. You can see that's a matchup Reading's trying to take advantage of.
Backcourt wasn't tipped on the way into the backcourt, and Rosario just mishandled it.
Yeah, and Reading right there, a little bit sloppy there with handling the ball. I mean, we saw them kind of kick that ball outside the perimeter, looked for the shot, couldn't fall, and then from right there, I mean, really had some troubles there reallocating the ball, Bruce.
Let's take a look here at Andre Noble saying, hey, this is a little physical here, and see if these officials can rein it in. But on the other side, this is exactly how Reading wants a game to be officiated. If you could tell me with a straight face that in the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds of this quarter that there were 2 fouls called and 2 fouls called only, I'd have some questions for you.
That's mucking it up. That is the Reading style.
Absolutely. And the officials are being consistent in how they're calling the basketball game, which is all you can ask for. And I'll reiterate what I said earlier. I don't want to be a referee, period. It's a job that's too hard for me to do. I'm not good enough, hand up. And I really don't want to officiate this game. That would be a challenging assignment, and these 3 are up to the task. But I think that's the conversation that Andre Noble was having is, let's get a couple of hand checks called. Let's rein this in from a contact standpoint. Not that Imhotep can't and won't go toe-to-toe physically with anybody in the state. That's what makes this one so much fun today. Noel trying to shoot Reading out of the zone. You can do that one of 2 ways, by making shots or getting offensive rebounds. Sometimes it's difficult to rebound out of the zone.
Oh, my, what a block there.
Latif Lorenzano White.
And he blocked that it went over the basket.
I mean, how about the track back, too? I mean, his hand, you saw, that was a good couple inches above the rim. I mean, that right there is pro-level stuff, guys. It's just hard to comprehend it.
I think it
comprehend this. He's a sophomore.
Oh, my goodness. A bright future ahead of him, without a doubt.
And a battle for every inch. The officials getting in the way there as Jeremiah White was getting into it down low with Osamanu. Rosario. Travel.
Did you see how quick Imhotep got back and set up their defense? That was impressive.
That's also all part of this Andre Noble, set right here. I mean, he raises hard-nosed players, and he said in interviews in the past that if you're not going to be a hard-nosed player, diving for loose balls, hustling back on defense, then you're not an Imhotep basketball player. And we can see right there that's just an element of their rich culture they have at the TEP.
Well, to your point about culture, Andre Noble called Ramir Barno and Justin Edwards two of the best to ever play at Imhotep. That's a third right there. Ahmad Noel. Deep three.
Oh, man.
How do you like that right there? Yadiel Cruz all the way
Everything
from downtown.
You can do better, I guess.
Drives to the 10. Here comes Reading the other way. They got some numbers. Chapman, great look. Cruz, it's a block. And they called off the shot.
Interesting.
Yep, you can decide at home as to whether he was gathering to go up into a shot there. 3:03 to go, second quarter. Burgess. That's really good on-ball defense by Carnell Henderson. Chapman.
Well, he's lucky on that one. He was really out of control going to the basket.
Francis Camara.
Wow.
And I get it, by the way. We're not going to get the replay there, but it looked like he came right across the wrists there. Giveaway, Noel. Dunk it with two hands.
Noel getting up there right there. A rattler, to say the least.
Noel, so impressive here in this first half.
And a block.
And Reading is just fearless going to the basket.
Exactly. For every punch that Tep distributes, it seems like Reading has another one right up their sleeve here, going toe-to-toe in the ring.
Yeah, but gradually Imhotep here starting to pull away. Now an 11-point advantage. This is just a very important possession, I think, for Reading to try and keep it under double digits before halftime.
Burgess. Chapman off the back screen, up and under. That's so nice.
What a beautiful fake. It was going to pass and then took it up.
It's a hard finish, too, exactly from that part of the court.
Pull up from the elbow. Really good follow. Going to the line, Zion Green, a freshman from the class of 2027. He's 6'8".
There are only 3 seniors on this Imhotep squad. Oh, my.
Little different, Danny, than last year's iteration of Imhotep.
Absolutely, absolutely. But, I mean, they're running just a very similar brand of basketball here and playing so efficiently so far in this game. I mean, I'd say the one thing is that the shot has not fallen, I'm sure, as much as they would hoped it to. But they've ran a brilliant style of basketball so far in this one with 2 minutes remaining here in the second.
Well, you mix all this young talent with Ahmad Noel, that's quite a package.
Really impressed by Rosario. He's a guy that's coming as a sophomore. With that length is really in many ways the primary ball handler for this Reading team. Burgess, good look on the baseline. Oh my goodness. Let's take just a moment and see if everybody's all right there.
Well, that was just some impressive passing in the half court by Reading.
Yeah, it's one of those that just makes you hold your breath as you see it. Oh, gosh.
Everybody's okay.
A hard fall, though, nonetheless. A lot of hard falls so far in this one, to say the least.
Chapman, he got to the lane. Puts it up and is fouled.
How did he get that ball to the basket?
Well, big foul shots here. Imhotep missed their last 2. Nick Chapman can cut it to 7. And the final 2 minutes of halves, certainly the first half, of course. Well, I guess I should say certainly the second half. But we're talking about the first half here, and which way does this go, Danny? Does it become 12? Does it become 5 or 4? And that type of momentum going into the locker room will determine the context of what happens in the second half. And He was in the lane early.
Yeah, I totally agree, Bob. And, you know, obviously basketball, of course, is a game of runs. And, you know, I think that one of the teams that you should be most weary of when you have a lead is Reading. Bruce, you know them, obviously. I mean, they're a very chippy team. They're a scrappy team. And, you know, they really they can't be trusted when down by a lot because they're going to find ways to cut at big leads right there. So, you know, if Imhotep here is rolling into this half with, you know, maybe a 12-point lead, 10-point lead, whatever it may be, in the double digits or not, you can never count a school like Reading out.
Ahmad Noel.
He is just so good at creating shots for himself.
Chapman slithered his way through, and he was blocked.
I just don't know how Reading's getting to the basket. That interior defense of Imhotep is just suffocating.
Wow, and it's tough to finish once you get there. It's a 10-point lead, 38 seconds left. Really tough shot. Pulled down, one and done.
A great defense right there by R.J. Smith. He has the ball, driving to the hoop, dishes out.
Too strong. I like the look. I know it's going too quick for Bruce's taste at the end of the half, but it was a great look in the lane. Man, he got tripped. Maybe incidental contact is the call. And a warning has been given against Francis Camara. It's kind of one of those things where you, I don't know. Like, you be careful what you wish for. Like, you want that call, and I think it probably was a foul, but there's also a lot of hand checking that doesn't get called against Reading, and the officials just have to make a call about how they're going to officiate a game like this with two teams going at it, and that one is called a foul against Rosario with 3.5 seconds left.
Yeah, that's a tough one there with the clock winding down, but
Running down number 21, Rosario, his second, team scored.
By the way, folks watching, Rashim says watching from South Orange, New Jersey. Terry watching from Denver, Pennsylvania, and Kelvin says hello from Reading. Make sure to show us in the comments. Tell us where you're watching the game from, and we'll give you a shout out live on the air. Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, Danny Rovey, and Brady Joyce is our man on camera today. Got a great crew and a great slate of basketball games. 35-24, Imhotep leads. Good look at the horn, yes!
What a beautiful pump fake for a runner, three-pointer.
Huge
that was
right
so
there.
Huge. We talked about trying to keep the lead under double digits,
and we know
they just did that.
And we know the 10-point lead is one of the most vulnerable in basketball. So right there, an 8-point lead. I mean, going into this, you have 10 minutes there to reset yourself. This thing's far from over.
And just, you know, creating that sense of momentum and the sense of, you know, that you belong in this game, it's just very important by hitting that shot.
Danny, a quick thought on this one here thus far.
Wow, well, toe-to-toe, this one's been nothing but entertaining so far. I think we're going to see even more physical second half.
Stand by, folks. We'll take a quick break and back before you know it here on Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction, Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches. The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
What does this win mean? Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
My name is William Ryan, and I'm attending Boston College next year. LaSalle obviously academically is so strong, and that prepares me for college, prepares me for the next 4 years at Boston College. But furthermore, I think the community here at LaSalle and the experiences that they provide will allow me to thrive at Boston College next year. The college counseling office here at LaSalle prepared me for the college application process through just one-on-one interviews with my college counselor, and also just having the door open here, and whenever I had any questions, there were so many resources for me to use and for me to be able to fill out the application to the best of my ability. Obviously we have the Choose Your Path motto, but I like to say it's more of a Blaze Your Path motto. On the basketball team, LaSalle gave me an awesome opportunity to help the team in ways that I wouldn't have expected otherwise by putting together scouting reports and stuff like that. And that's what LaSalle offers. It offers every kid to kind of take the initiative and go forth and do what they want, but do it in an individualistic way.
Hello, I'm Brother James, President of LaSalle College High School. We are excited to welcome you as you explore LaSalle.
Hi, I'm Andrew Brennan, Student Body President here at LaSalle. Over the next few minutes, you're going to experience LaSalle through an exciting lens and learn about the different paths you can explore.
Hi, I'm Jim Fike, principal of LaSalle College High School. For over 160 years, LaSalle has provided a college preparatory education to young men in the Philadelphia area. Our goal is to give them the opportunity to discover and develop their God-given talents. LaSalle's curriculum is academically challenging and designed to prepare young men for the future. LaSalle offers students choices across more than 120 topics, and our concentration program allows students to experience various career fields and earn credentials during the
second half about to get underway here from the Diane Mosco Foundation Shootout here at Archbishop Wood High School. It's been a big crowd here today, and I think even some of the Springford and Newman Goretti folks were hanging out to watch this one. They've now retired to their respective locker rooms to prepare for another Titanic matchup this afternoon. Bob Long, Bruce Badgley, Danny Rovey, and Brady Joyce is on camera this afternoon doing an unbelievable job. We're so happy to have Brady. It's an 8-point lead, and Danny, a quick thought as we head towards the second half.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, going out of the first half, you really can't count out a school like Reading. So excited to see what they can do here. Down 8, they have the ball. It's going to be a good one.
Reading in white, Imhotep in black, and just couldn't get it over the front rim. That's Burgess. Noel. Chapman, and you hear Camara, the new head coach for Reading, saying, let's go, move the ball, push the pace. Great look for Chapman. He's got the size advantage, but couldn't put it in. And R.J. Smith, good move. Numbers, Noel is blocked by Yadiel Cruz.
I mean, so much to break down on that play right there. How about the pinpoint passing from Smith? But then Cruz comes in over the top and lays the hammer with the block. Ridiculous.
Inside they go again. This time you can count it, and one.
And that is just what Danny and I were talking about during halftime, is why is it Reading, who's ever R.J. Smith guarding, doesn't post up underneath? That's exactly what they did there and got the basket.
Maybe I went into the locker room, looked up some Bob Long sports, and then saw Bruce Badgley there with his analysis. Figured, hey, this guy's a genius. May as well implement that.
Oh, my gosh. I think I just threw up in my mouth.
Yeah, if you get a call, join the staff after the contest, you'll know why. Good look on the baseline. Carnell Henderson. Ooh, it's a blocking foul. Again, those are always 50-50. Thought that perhaps Rosario was in good defensive position. Carnell Henderson does a good job of attacking the outside hip and forcing that official to make a decision.
Again, Reading here, now they're going to have to handle the pressure.
Burgess, again, quick trigger a lot of times. That time held up, and they'll set up in the half court. Wesley Rosario. Back cut into traffic. Somehow got it up and in. Yadiel Cruz.
I mean, how about that passing right there from Rosario to Cruz? I mean, again, just pinpoint, absolute perfection there with the dime.
Well, and Zahir Muhammad Gray actually lost his glasses on the play. Dribble drive, Muhammad Gray. He'll shoot two at the line. Burgess and Yadiel Cruz. It's going to go against Burgess. Both those guys were in the area.
And that's where Imhotep really taking advantage of that height and that length. And that's what, more plays in the half court is going to do for them. And that's why I think that Imhotep second half here is going to focus a lot on the half court. Take advantage of, that height and physicality that they've got over Reading.
Exactly, and those physical battles are absolutely won when you have players like Zahir Muhammad Gray.
And 4 straight from the line in consecutive possessions. Yadiel Cruz goes behind his back at the wrong time. Numbers for Imhotep. R.J. Smith attacks the body. Offensive rebound, and it just won't go. That's point blank on the follow there. It's got to go. Chapman up and under. Tried to put some English on it. Henderson. Smith. Just a battle for every single rebound.
And he traveled, I think. Nope, caught timeout.
Another look here. This is Andre Noble coming from the bench. Keep an eye there. Gentleman in the red, bottom left of your screen. Timeout, he says. Great call.
Yep. Heads up timeout right there, and a chance for the Panthers to reset, bring it back in, and then see if they can extend this lead from 8 points.
Well, and the value of a possession there, Danny, right? Burn that 30-second timeout. We've talked at length over the years about how you do need to keep timeouts to the end, particularly if you're in a chasing situation. Clock doesn't stop on an opponent's made basket under a minute to go. But in this case, you like where you're at. You're up 8. If you can draw something up in the half court, it's a well-used timeout.
And be even better use of that offensive rebound right there from Muhammad Gray.
And just like you said, draw it up in the half court. That's where Imhotep's advantage truly is, I believe.
What did I miss here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Not bad from Nick Chapman, though. I like that.
I like it.
Hey, pretend you're supposed to be there. I don't know that one would have gotten by Andre Noble, though. He's a pretty sharp guy on that Imhotep sideline.
I would have liked to have known what would happen had Reading inbounds the ball.
Right.
Whether or not the officials could change it once the ball got in play.
That's right. So wiping up a spot that's wet right in front of that Imhotep bench. We are underway. Noel, step back triple. It was halfway down. But Reading will take that. You know, if he's going to beat you that way, tremendous. Osamanu, ball on the turf, and it's Carnell Henderson. How about the sophomore putting it in park? Love that.
Absolutely. He's settling him down.
Maybe the next great Imhotep guard gets to the hole, R.J. Smith.
Yeah, and really just a crafty possession there. And it was all forged by R.J. Smith. We can see him kind of surveying the floor right there, looking at all his options. He takes that open lane, drives up. There's no one there. Put up, easy lay.
Rosario lost the basketball. Smith, ball sticks to his hands. Noel is fouled. That's a pure point guard right there, R.J. Smith. Look at him latch onto that ball. He's got his eyes in the back of his head. The trailer is Noel. Not a bad guy to find in transition.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's playing so strong and making all the right decisions, Noel.
Danny, this is the gotta be careful point of this game for Reading.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talk about it a lot. Those 10-point, 11-point leads often are vulnerable. Oftentimes you can come back from those. At this stage in the game, though, with the way that Smith has been controlling the floor, with the way that Noel has been playing, you know, with the way that Muhammad Gray has been playing in the front court, I just think that it's getting a little bit more challenging here for the Red Knights to do something. And it also matters that the time they can do that as well. See, you know, with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter, you know, time is ticking here. And urgency now remains to be a big theme.
Second team foul against Imhotep here in the third quarter.
Looks like Noel picked that up, kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but
Yadiel Cruz. That's a tough shot. And it hit the stanchion, the wire above there. Again, Imhotep will take that all day long. They're betting that Reading won't be efficient enough on shots like that to come back from a 12-point deficit, and I think they might be right. Reading to come back is going to have to get better looks than that one right there. Tough pass. Ill-advised, left the floor. Chapman up and under.
Oh, how did he get that to the basket?
That's what you
really
need
nice.
right there. Chapman willing that one. A tough buck, but he gets under the basket there, throws that one up. A little bit of English off the backboard.
Really just trying to mug R.J. Smith on that one.
Well, you look at this Reading team, they challenge themselves year over year in the non-conference. Lost to Central York, which we've said that a couple of times here today. Central York is a very, very talented team. And we're going to see them later this afternoon. Lost to Bonner Prendergast, and they beat Hazleton area and J.P. McCaskey. Another tough matchup as R.J. Smith gets into the lane, and a floater will do that man a lot of good as he grows into his role.
That's the first time he really looked aggressive to shoot from the outside.
And a travel will give it back to Imhotep with 3:22 to play in the third quarter.
He's filling up nicely here.
Absolutely. A great game on the horizon.
Big 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Feels like this game's ripe to go one way or the other. Couple of good looks from Imhotep that haven't gone in recent minutes, but they'll keep possession. Noel has all day to think about it and knocks it down. 15-point lead, largest of the day.
Boy, he just sent a message with that one, didn't he?
R.J. Smith attacking the rim, and he's fouled. What was that about not getting to the rim aggressively, Bruce?
No,
wow.
I thought this is the first time he's really gone aggressive to the basket. Somebody lit a fire under him at halftime because it's a changed player out there.
Yeah, and like you said, at the start of the game, definitely one of the keys, and we can see it, how much this lead has grown and how much this game has changed in terms of feeling, right? It feels a little bit different, doesn't it, Bruce? I mean, and we can see with a lot of different Tech players taking charge here on the court that's been, brought into existence.
Yeah, it really looks like playing with a lot of confidence out there right now.
Yeah, exactly. Playing like they are one of the best teams in the city of Philadelphia, the state of Pennsylvania, and also in the nation. These guys are number 24th in the nation, according to the recent Max Preps poll. So in that top 25, these guys can keep on skyrocketing. They play like this. I mean, this is a great brand of basketball, and we can see it on all cylinders when everyone steps up.
Yeah, threatening to get out of hand if Reading doesn't get a basket here.
There's an open three, much needed. Francis Camara loves the effort, wants them to bear down defensively. And they get the steal they need. Numbers, it's 4-on-3. Chapman will just attack. Maybe a pass would have done him well there. Noel. They're getting into the offensive set. Why rush? Contact, and he's fouled. The freshman, Jeremiah Camara, picks it up. 2 shots coming for Imhotep's number 5, Cody Colson, the sophomore.
Even though they're playing at a quick pace, really good patience shown there by Imhotep, actually working it around quickly to get a good shot, and then ultimately that drive and getting the foul.
$15-point lead with 2 minutes to go in the third. Chapman. Camara. Inside. Hangs and hits. Over the top of none other than Ahmad Noel, Danny.
How about that right there? I mean, that right is an audacious layup attempt. Sunk that one. And then we can see after, got in his face a little bit. That's the Reading play. And that's what Coach Camara wants to keep seeing out of his guys.
That's an unbelievable move. Cash it in from deep. Carnell Henderson, but we're all talking about that assist from Ahmad Noel. They're going to give a timeout. Oh, they gave a timeout. And a little bit extra after the fact. Let's get another look here. Andre Noble was calling for a timeout. And you're going to see an official come off the right-hand side. A technical foul was just given. But there it is, the point to that bench.
Double technical, I thought I saw the official say.
It goes against Jeremiah Camara and Ahmad Noel. Danny, you talked about the jawing on the last possession. It's those two that get teed up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, tension's flaring a little bit. This game is definitely, the lead has obviously grown, we've seen, but Reading's fight almost has intensified, if I may. I mean, they seem to be in this absolutely in all regards, despite the scoreline. These guys are fighting like it's a one-possession game.
Did I get that right, that they called timeout? Yeah,
No, I don't know. I guess not.
Perhaps it was overridden. Because certainly Imhotep didn't take the time to talk about anything. All right. No Ahmad Noel on the floor. If it's going to happen for Reading, it's got to be now. And they coerce the turnover. Too strong off the window. Yadiel Cruz is fouled. And that is the 5th team foul here in the 3rd quarter. 2 shots coming. Once they realize it, it'll be 2 shots coming.
Well, that was a heck of a play there by Nick Chapman.
Once they realize it, it should be foul shots.
There we go.
Hey-o.
I take that back. That was Yadier Cruz who was fighting him.
Yadiel, yes. Yeah, that's the thing, Danny. First off, new season and new rules for everybody, officials included. It is going to take some time to get used to. I know I will. But these foul shots have to go.
Exactly, and that first one right there, that miss is just so devastating, at least for where you are in the game right now. 1 of 2, though, still converts.
And if I'm Imhotep, I have Ahmad Noel on the floor. He just had the technical foul. He sat down for just a moment. I think you make this the last offensive possession of the half. Well, they'll shoot 2 at the line. That's not a bad result.
What did I hear the words come out of Bob Wong's mouth? Last offensive possession of the quarter? But absolutely.
I'm not the running gun guy. I'm fair and balanced here, Bruce.
Totally agree with you, Bob.
Nico Sosa checks back for Nick Chapman, who might just be the hardest working man in show business today. He has taken on all the contact, unafraid to get to the rim. Mohamed Gray makes 2, and clock's got to start running here. There they go.
Imhotep tightly guarding Kamara here.
I'm impressed by this freshman.
Definitely.
Fun part of the future here for Reading.
A lot of impressive freshmen here today, and underclassmen in general.
Underclassmen especially, yeah.
Great look inside. Yep.
Yeah, great recognition there of the read by Xavier Beatty. Saw that open lane, filled it up immediately, got straight to the rack.
Ahmad Noel rises and hits in the final seconds. Reading won't get a shot off, and it's the largest cushion of the afternoon. For Imhotep, they lead by 18 points.
That was just a highlight reel quarter for Noel. I mean, he did it always there.
I mean, really just a stunning shot. That right there is a Husky play. I mean, pulling up, you can see double coverage coming in, heavily contested, sinks it, steps around, slaps a 5 to the guy sitting courtside. Gotta love it.
We'll take a very quick break, come back for the start of the 4th quarter here on Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction, then the candidate provides
Fourth quarter. 1 more to go here in this titanic matchup of reigning state champs. Both teams have lost a lot of talent in the offseason. Imhotep reloaded with a bunch of sophomores to go along with Ahmad Noel, who hit the 3 at the end of the third quarter and this time gets to the rim. Too easy.
Yeah, Noel right there, just showing a wide range of scoring ability in this contest.
Henderson picks up the personal. And Reading, if they do lose this game, Bruce, certainly the schedule is very challenging. A really good Bonner Prendergast team, much improved from last year, a team that finished near the bottom of the Philadelphia Catholic League. And Central York, who just walked by us here on this side of the floor, getting prepared for their 6 o'clock game, which will probably start closer to 7. Timeout called on the Reading bench. But those are 2 tough games, and then Imhotep, probably at any classification last year, the best team in the state of Pennsylvania. The first team from Philadelphia, or I think PA as well, to win the City of Palms Invitational down in Florida. Archbishop Ryan's playing down there this year, by the way, the Philadelphia representation at that hallowed tournament. All that to say, Reading is in a position to lose to all 3 of those teams I just mentioned, fall to 2 and 3. Danny, we rarely see that out of this Red Knights team.
Yeah, I know, and Reading definitely was off to a little bit of a tumultuous start to the year. Like you said, Bob, 2 and 2, some really tough losses going into things. They found ways to respond after those losses. I know, obviously, I did pay attention to that Bonner game as well. Archbishop, my senior Bonner, played a very good game against them. Reading fell short in that one as well. But, again, it's early in the season, and this team has the tools to really excel in league play when they open up with Governor Mifflin, and that'll be in 3 days on the 19th.
Well, and again for Reading High, too, and Bob touched on it. I mean, District 3 is one that has a power ranking schedule that, Reading High having the luxury of playing games at the Geico Complex is enormous. So, each and every win so valuable for the Red Knights now.
How about Jeremiah Kamara? He has just been excellent. Key part of the future, the next great guard at Reading. That's good from R.J. Smith, the next great guard at Imhotep, and the youngsters are going at it.
Yeah, a little showdown here of young guards. Love to see it here. Makes me happy. The future's bright here in Pennsylvania basketball.
Yeah, R.J. Smith playing really well this second half.
And Noel just lost it. Jeremiah Kamara. Tough shot for Cruz, yes.
Cruz hand in the face there, unfazed, drains that one.
Well, Reading not a lot of time here. They've really got to start making a run.
Foul called on the near side sideline. That got a big-time reaction from both of these coaches. By the way, I think Francis Kamara might have had, and I don't want to be the carry police. That's not what I'm here to do. But if I were,
man, yeah. That was all the way on the bottom.
We'll leave it as a citizen's arrest. How about that?
Citizens. Nobody likes the carry police. Nobody. You want to showcase these guys. However.
Oh, my.
All right, timeout on the floor with 6:02 to play. It's a 17-point lead for Imhotep. Ahmad Noel, built like a house, maybe the top player in Philadelphia. Noel for 3. And who's going to come up with it? Imhotep does. And Noel will put it in park for the time being.
And Imhotep doing a good job, really running their offense, looking for the good shot.
Oh, it's a wonderful pass to the baseline. Cash it in. Cash it in for Latif Lorenzano White. But Danny, it's an all-world assist from R.J. Smith.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that right there is how this Imhotep team plays as one there. We can see that entire possession, Smith surveying the floor once again, and then finds him right in the corner, not a soul around. I mean, that right there is automatic. You can't draw it up any better.
Smith looking for somebody there. Good penetration. Sets this up.
Now that's big-time skill from Zahir Muhammad Gray. And it is now the largest lead at 22. It's been steady. Imhotep just continued to lengthen that lead with each and every quarter. And foul is called against Noel. He and Smith were in the area. They got Noel on the reach.
And Reading has had no fear all game long. They're just taking it inside and getting what they can out of it. Like there.
Yeah, Nick Chapman, good baseline out of bounds play.
Chapman, the second highest scorer on this Reading team, averages 10.8 points a game. He's been having a great night. Just a really hard worker.
And maybe going back there, Rosario trying to draw the foul.
I think the refs are just going to kind of let him play here.
Carnell Henderson, and now numbers for R.J. Smith. They call an offensive foul, and it'll go the other way. Noble doesn't like the call. I get it.
Yeah, a little out of control. Kind of lost the dribble and was worried about the ball rather than the man.
For Reading, they're going to keep coming into who they are, but I think this guy, Chapman, he's played so hard here tonight. Wesley Rosario, he's been unbelievable as well, and I think they're going to get Jeremiah Kamara into a lot more of the flow as the season goes along. I think he'll be a starter, Danny, in very short time. And I think this Reading team will be, again, very difficult and potential rep coming out of District 3. Although the team next to us, Central York, will have something to say about it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of, some talent there. But, you said you're right, Bob. I mean, this team is going to grow into itself as the season goes along. And I think people are expecting big things out of the Red Knights regardless of who's the coach.
Well, I don't see it as a coaching thing. That's a good call there. And Chapman just trying to get where he needs to go. Zion Green, the freshman, just kind of lurches back and certainly took a lot of contact. I don't see it as a coaching thing, Bruce, at all. I get it. I get where you're coming from there in terms of Rick Perez. And Rick is a special one. There's no replacing him. It's also tough to replace Ruben and Adis Rodriguez. And Rick would have had, enough trouble doing that as well. And again, the story isn't written. I mean, this season is really early, Danny. We're in mid-December. This is when you're trying to find those answers. And both these teams young. I think you see a little bit of that from both sides that will continue to get more efficient as the year goes on.
Yeah, exactly. And what better a team to test Reading than Imhotep? I mean, this right here is the standard of Philadelphia basketball, to say the least. I mean, these guys are recognized as the most established public league program in really the past 2 decades. And honestly, in the past maybe 3 to 4. I mean, they honestly are known to be one of the best out of the city. And for Reading, like you said, Bob, all this tumultuousness in the program, you have coaching changes, you have players leaving, you have freshmen coming in, underclassmen. It's a new look team, and it's a great way to test yourself as a program. I think I love it. It's a great way to test.
A lot of contact. Noel continuing to attack.
Yeah, that's the appropriate word, continuing. He's just been unrelenting going to the basket and with every aspect here. And, I mean, couple that with those knockdown threes that he's been doing, that is quite a package.
Danny, to your point about Imhotep and how they have been one of those powers in the city, I mean, you nailed it. Really, since the school was established in 1998, right? And now Andre Noble, the head coach of the program, has moved on from athletic director to CEO of the school, and he's really proud of that position and what he's been able to do to mold these young men. It's a wonderful institution for young men in Philadelphia that want that type of and would benefit from that type of experience at a charter school. Great athletics, have come along with that. They just won the football state championship at the 5A level just last weekend. Very happy for Devin Johnson and his guys. And so now in the same calendar year, you have football and basketball state champs from Imhotep.
Yeah, really, really love to see it. And like you said, Bob, just to put a button on things, great representation for District 12. Imhotep, of course, in the football state playoffs is representing District 12, and just so important what they've done.
By the way, not too late to check in and tell us where you at, where you're watching the game from. Jarrett says, hello from the 215. It's Philadelphia, by the way, Bruce.
Yeah, I know what the area code is. Now, maybe I wouldn't know the 267, but
sure.
I do know the 215.
610. 484. Got a lot around here. Yadiel Cruz getting to the hole and had a tough angle to do so. Kamara. Contact, and he'll shoot two. He was hammered.
Yeah,
He was hammered, but he gave up the easy three that I thought to take it to the basket.
Well, two guys coming at him, but
and I think he'd be shooting a little bit off his foot, too.
Yep. Ooh. Tail end of that was nasty.
This has been a physical game. These guys are going to be a little battered and bruised when they head home tonight.
I mean, listen, we predicted this, did we not? I mean, we knew that these guys went toe-to-toe. It's exactly what they did. A gritty game. I mean, even when it's as lopsided as it's become now with just over 2 minutes left, I mean, we still have hard-nosed fouls in the paint. That's just something you love to see. And that's something that you really can't get a lot out of for some high school programs. But both these teams are so hard-working and so hard-fighting.
Great vision. And that's how you finish it. It all started with the ball being doubled in the corner and a quick switch in the backcourt from side to side opened up the whole floor, and Imhotep, wonderful in transition.
Yeah, they're enjoying this one.
Tough shot. Sosa, no.
Oh, no.
That's two dunks in a row. The transition game for Imhotep as Redding's taking chances on the other end.
Yeah, winding it down. Imhotep, very impressive today. Buddy Bob Long will be down with post-game interviews on the floor. So stick with us.
The coveted BLS interview.
Yes.
Who will it go to? You got to stick around and find out.
That's right. I have some ideas. Well, I should have some ideas because I'm the guy that's going to run down and do it. But I think you all should have some ideas too if you watch this contest. Who stood out from this Imhotep team?
I think somebody who's going to stand out for the rest of the season, quite honestly.
And it's funny at these events when you go game to game and there are kind of unspoken processes, and we try to get these guys early because we're the live stream, and then the print media folks can go to that. Our buddy Big Star likes to get a picture. Everybody should go follow what he's doing online. Big Star does a great job covering basketball all across the state. he'll get a player of the game or two, and it just so happens that he normally picks somebody who stood out. You'd think so, and then we'll grab somebody right after that.
Playing it out right to the end.
No doubt about it, and you wouldn't expect any less from these two programs.
But really impressed with R.J. Smith here in the second half. I think he was a different player in the second half with his confidence.
By the way, one more. Where you at, Arthur? Our buddy Arthur watching from Syracuse. Thanks for being with us
Gotta
here
love
today.
It. Got to love it.
Syracuse, Indiana?
Syracuse, New York, the 315, that is.
Oh,
Bruce.
the 315.
The 315.
Okay. You mean not the 219 of like in northern Indiana?
Nope, the 315. Orange country.
How did we get into this area code thing?
Because Jarrett said he was watching from the 215.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, let's blame Jarrett then.
Well, Imhotep in control here in the fourth quarter. They just kind of steadily built this lead. Impressive, as they're going to win this game and continue on with what is the start of yet another impressive season. They won the state championship last year. They won the City of Palms last year, first team in Philadelphia history we mentioned earlier to do that. And it is a gang of sophomores, some freshmen, and Ahmad Noel, the senior. And it's the new look, Andre Noble-led Imhotep Panthers. They win this one convincingly here tonight.
And Bob Long will be down on the court there. And I'll tell you, Danny, just an impressive performance there by the Panthers. Obviously showing, you know, that they plan on being one of the top teams in the state this year, and it was so impressive, not only with the offense, but the defensive aspect of handling that, you know, Red Knight muck it up style.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like you said, definitely great tests for both teams. I think that in terms of Imhotep, like you said, they were tested by that Reading defense, and I think that's something that they're going to see a lot more of once they get deeper and deeper into Philadelphia Public League play, and then, you know, once they start really getting into the district playoffs as well as the state playoffs, if and when they make it there. They're such a talented team. Of course, I'll have no doubt that they'll be able to get to that stage. And then it's so important too. Reading got tested by a great Imhotep offense. They played at different paces, different styles. So definitely love what I saw on the court today.
So they went straight into the locker room, as you probably saw. They pulled the okadoke on us, but we're going to see if we can grab Ahmad Noel. We asked them to get him. If not, we'll close up shop.
Okay, well, until Bob gets Ahmad, yeah, sometimes this is obviously live sports here. And, you know, these teams have their traditions, you know. A lot of teams, hey, they get into the locker room, they get what they need to get done, and the type, you know, the coaches and the way that they address the teams.
Yep.
And then, you know, work with the media there. But this is quite the mosh pit out there right now in between this one here, Danny. But, you know, as we touched on, just a tremendous performance by Imhotep. But on the flip side, on Reading, you know, they've got a lot of growing to do. They've got a lot of chemistry to build. So much of that Reading style is built on chemistry and knowing where
I wouldn't say that I'm liking our chances here, guys. And in an effort with the next game coming up, maybe you guys close up shop and we'll grab Ahmad the next time.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Great job there by Bob trying to get our post-game player of the game there, Ahmad Noel. But he had a tremendous performance. And thanks for joining us here on Bob Long Sports. This was game 3 of 6 here in the 2023 Diane Mosco Foundation Shootout. Next up, we've got Springford and Newman Goretti. So for Bob Long and Danny Rovey, I'm Bruce Badgley. See you in a couple minutes.